My name is Yasmin Cader. My profession has been in the hotel industry and hospitality, which fell into my lap quite unexpectedly almost 40 years ago. While in the hotel industry, I was handling PR and marketing, and over the years my career grew, and from Director Marketing Communications, I became a resident manager of another hotel. I overlooked projects where they did complete renovations of the hotels. In fact, I was sent to their sister hotel, and finally retired at the last hotel I worked at. It has been a fantastic journey, learning all the way from the day I started my job, and I have never looked back. Every experience is an experience, and memorable no doubt, which has held me in good stead today. I am now looking forward to the future and hoping that with the progress in our country, that we can all have a joyous and fantastic times ahead for everyone.
Hi, I'm Nadiyah Akram, a PR practitioner and mum of 2 boys. I began my career in advertising at JWT and Mindshare. I moved on to Marcoms in hospitality at Cinnamon Lakeside. And now I have my own PR firm called Limelight, where we work with a range of clients from a broad variety of industries.
From the Cubicle.
When responding to media and public inquiries, what questions do you find most difficult to answer?
Honestly, to tell you, I haven't faced that situation as yet. I have been able to answer most of the questions to the best of my ability.
The difficult ones for me are the ones where there are multiple angles and various parties have different points of view, valid opinions, but I need to represent one, and that makes it difficult.
What is a typical day like for you?
Actually now, since I'm retired and I work from home, I start my day by checking my emails, and then I'll always do a checklist today for tomorrow. So then I will do my follow-ups and calls and reminders and things like that. And if I have to get out for a meeting, then I'll plan that accordingly and then go for a meeting or whatever.
Aside from school drop-off and pick-up with my kids and my morning workout, anything can happen in a day. So the work parts of my day, I try to manage even while I'm on the move sometimes, and I take my work with me. I spend my day with on meetings with clients, with my team. We could have events. It could be a media review, a press conference, evening dinner event. So you can never really say.
What is your ideal work environment?
My ideal work environment, since I again work from home, is to have good internet and where I can work properly with by attending to my mail and stuff, and also having a nice office room, and it's a bonus for me if the room it comes with a view. So I'm a very home person as well, so I like to work from home and do whatever I have to from home.
My requirements are actually very little. I just need a very quiet and peaceful place, which is a lot harder to find than you think.
Why do companies need public relations?
Well, today you'll be surprised. Every organization has a section for public relations because they realize the need for it, because they handle customer service, a little bit of their responsibility. Plus, again, it's a constant task to be enhancing the image of the organization.
Every company has an audience it needs to appeal to. PR helps them to build their reputation through credible communication. It helps during times of crisis to mitigate whatever damage that's been done. It helps you even with your internal audiences like employees and investors. And a good strategy here can actually help productivity and help you have a very motivated workforce and grow your business.
Did you ever have a social media crisis, and how did you handle it?
Okay, we did have many social media crises, especially during the war, but I had to first speak with my peers, and I would always be the spokesperson for the hotel. As you can imagine, the organization was flooded with inquiries, calls, so I had to face it all.
Yes, with careful messaging, and we try to address the issue as best we can, and then we steer the conversation away from the crisis. With social media, a little bit of patience goes a long way because these things tend to be fairly short-lived.
From the Cubicle.
What personality characteristics are most important to be successful in public relations?
You have to be committed to this job. You have to be a dedicated person. You have to have the quality of building long-term relationships, and you have to come out sincere, where the person you are talking to or the people you are dealing with realize that you are sincere and you basically walk the talk.
Also resilience, being able to listen with an open mind, respectfulness. Obviously, you need to be committed and fairly dedicated to the job.
What role does social media play in public relations today?
Today it's like the in thing. If you are not on social media, you're the person to lose out. So this has come a long way again in every organization where a lot of hype is given to social media, and usually there would be a team that would basically overlook social media.
It gives a brand a platform to speak directly with its consumers and its audience in general. So it's immediate, it's interactive, it's engaging. It's really changed the way brands communicate. In times of crisis, it can actually help you to speak directly and to spread information very fast, but it could also be the cause of the crisis.
To what do you attribute your success?
Again, I think it is due to my dedication and hard work, the commitment. I think I always try to lead by example. I'm a disciplined person, but I am basically a little bit from the old school, so our education and everything was more by the book, and I think that's what has stood by me during my career, and the fact that you earn respect, you can't buy respect, so that comes by leading by example.
So again, hard work, integrity, having respect for the people you're working with as well as yourself, and definitely the support of all the people around me.
What was the most important part of your journey?
The different experiences I went through with each organization that I worked for, all of them being absolutely memorable, also helped me to grow. I learned on the job, and it was very rewarding. I mean, I can never look back and think differently.
I think for me, the decision to start Limelight on my own, that was a big step.
What was your mission at the outset?
Honestly, I didn't know what I was getting into, because I applied for the first GRO post at the then Intercontinental Hotel, and I got the job. So I really didn't plan to work, I didn't plan to go into any particular career. It just happened.
For me, it's to do meaningful work with my clients, obviously focused on quality, and that was the original, my objectives at first.
What made you choose public relations?
Like I said, it just fell into my lap because I started off as a guest relations officer, and I guess the management may have realized they could get more out of me, and then they gave me this offer of being a public relations executive, and then I grew from there in this career. But of course now it's, I think it has played a big role in what I'm doing now, having retired, because I have moved into event planning. So all these experiences and my relationship with the public have got me this far.
I think PR chose me. I think the communications field in general was inevitable because I grew up with a very inspiring aunt who was in advertising, and you know, we're very close. Advertising led me to PR in hospitality, which is where I met Yasmin. I had the privilege of working with her, and that led to me starting Limelight on my own. I've always been fascinated by, you know, how the mind works, why we react to certain messages a certain way, what shapes opinion, and the emotions that are triggered by certain forms of communication. So this has just always been something that I was interested in.
If you had one piece of advice to someone just starting out, what would it be?
PR requires a lot of long hours, and as I said before, commitment, and also they must be able to take on any challenge. PR doesn't come easy, so they have to be able to be flexible and take on anything that comes their way.
Do the research and don't give up even at those times where you really feel everything is just stacked up against you.
From the Cubicle.
What do you know of each other as public relations practitioners?
Actually, first of all, she's a relative of mine. She married my cousin, and soon after she joined the industry, the hotel industry, and we worked together. I found her to be very smart and able to grasp this new career of hers which she walked into, and she grasps everything very well, and she's an amazing public relations person.
Thank you. Yasmin Cader, I mean, is an icon. I knew her way before I married her cousin, and everyone sort of knew her as the face of the Hilton for, I don't know, almost 30 years. You know, she was what everyone thought of when you thought of public relations back then. It was such an honor to be able to work under her, and I learned so much that I still use now from our interactions and my time with her at Lakeside.
What advice would you tell the other?
Keep going, because she has the drive in her, she has the intelligence, she has the support from her family, and she has come a long way with her business, which she has grown now into a fully fledged company, And I think that's the way she needs to go. She has the integrity, she's well accepted in the industry, in this whole PR and media area. So I wish her well and hope that she will always have continued success.
My advice is a bit more personal because everything career-wise, works the other way in terms of receiving advice. Yasmin, please slow down a little. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be done personally by you. But just don't slow down too much because I don't think your system will know what to do. It'll probably go into shock or something. But that's all, yeah.
What first impression did you have of each other?
Well, here came this young girl. Actually, I didn't know too much of her then. And like I said, because she quickly grasped the job, it was easy to work with her. And it was easy working with her, so there wasn't any other issue, basically.
At first, it was a little intimidating because this was Yasmin Cader, and but then very fast you realize how humble she is and how just, she's just so willing to teach you. So if she's teaching you something, she teaches it to you from start to beginning, and it really pays to listen. So this whole image she has, the whole glamorous thing, there's still from, say for example at Lakeside, every single person, Yasmin would know their story. Everyone who worked there, she knows. It's a very personal relationship she has with everyone, and you learn a lot from all of that.
What do you think of each other's career?
Actually, for her there's a lot of growth because she's so young. For me, I wish I could call it quits, but I can't. I need to work. And also I'm I like other things as well, other aspects. I love to do catering, but I've slowed down there because I'm a little bit injured with my knee, so I can't stand. So I also love to do social service, and I do charity work for the Lung Alzheimer's Foundation. So my avenues are a little bit different because I don't focus totally on this event planning and career. It's there. I need it. So that's what it is. But for her, she's young and she has the whole future to capture.
Yasmin is a multi-talented individual. I think hospitality was, I know it happened by accident for her, but it was the perfect thing for her. She, even on a personal level, all of these talents of hers just really worked well for her career, and I think it's just, was just meant to be.
What do you think about this program?
It's good, it's something different. That's why when you asked me, I asked you what the objective was, because I've seen a lot of the fun side of the programs. So I was a little bit frightened at first, right, when you asked me. So after that, of course, when I got into it, it's nice. And I saw some of the other programs, and it's something different. And I hope and wish you all well that you all will continue.
It's a nice idea. I'm glad that you're bringing people together from the same industry and giving a platform to everyone to discuss our career-related things.